You are looking live at the Boulder, Colorado Rec Center here on the campus of the University of Colorado. Tommy Wood and Matan Halzel with you. Joe Paris is sick tonight, so we gave him the game off. But tonight, the Colorado Buffaloes against the number one team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Matan, a huge matchup, and CU coming off an emotional win last night, down 3-0 in the second period. They lost defenseman Nick Bruce to a boarding major. They come back and win the game 6-4, and just got great performances throughout the board.
An absolutely huge moral victory for the Buffaloes last night, and a victory overall. But what you got to be looking at tonight, hopefully their confidence is up high, but as the coaches said before for the Buffaloes, hopefully not too high. Hopefully they can come out here and maybe get grinding and win out against the top team in the country.
Now, the last time these two teams played, it was way back in October 30th, their only matchup of the season so far. ASU won 2-1 in overtime, but Colorado in that game were down 4 guys who were suspended from the fight at the end of the CSU game. That included starting goaltender Alex Palumbo. Now, Matt Lechner stepped in. He played very well, made 39 saves, but ultimately it was too much. 2 goals from Ryan Belonger for the Sun Devils, including the winner 40 seconds into overtime. But Matan, coming off such a big win last night, what do the Buffs have to do to pull the upset here tonight?
Well, no doubt Palumbo's going to have the game of his life tonight. They're going to need him at 100%. If the Buffaloes are going to win this game, you'd have to imagine it's going to be a low-scoring game. But no doubt Palumbo will have to be on his A game, and look for the defense to really step it up last night. After getting into a 3-0 hole last night against Arizona, the defense and the goaltending play really stepped up and allowed the offense to just kind of flow and get into the game and score goals.
And that was one of the best offensive performances of this season last night for Colorado. They got 6 goals by 6 different players: John Nitchin, Pierce Matty, Hurley Kane, Elliot Palanchek, John Anders, and George Gruber the 7th. Lechner got the win last night, but it will be Palumbo between the pipes for the Buffaloes tonight. But he has a steep challenge in front of him. Matan, ASU, second in the ACHA in goals scored with 165. They're 4th in the ACHA in goals allowed with only 65. They are a powerhouse.
Oh, without a doubt. They have 3 players with more than 30 points. The Buffaloes don't even have 1 player above 30 points.
That would be Jake Bauer, who leads Colorado in points with 29. Well, we'll step aside for a minute, but we'll be right back here with Puck Drop at the University of Colorado Rec Center. All right, welcome back to the University of Colorado Rec Center. We are about to get set here between the Buffaloes and the Sun Devils. Starting for Colorado tonight, it's going to be Jake Bauer, RJ Salvato, and Matt Anders at forward. And on defense, John Dora and Mick Bruce. Bruce, as we said last night, was ejected in the first period for a head contact on a boarding major, and Arizona got 2 goals off that major power play.
It really killed the mood in that first period. But I was talking to a couple of players on the sideline after the game, and they said it's a very debatable call. It was close to the head area, but they thought it could have been some shoulder contact.
There's no sound. There's no sound. Do you hear sound?
And it will be Matt Anders and number 18, Patrick Udez, taking the face-off. Controlled by the Devils, sent down the boards by Temby. Controlled by Buffaloes, though. There's Anders. He lost it. And that's Engbar for the net, and the Devils will regroup in the neutral zone. Sent down across the boards, regained by Dora. He sends it down, looking for Bauer. Bauer loses it. Now Salvato. Buffs trying to get out of their own zone early. It's Dora to Bauer. Dora took a check behind the play. Bauer lost it. Back to Dora. Now sends it back down the boards. Just fired in from the point. Dora will walk it and then flip it into the offensive zone for an ice.
And very quickly, the Arizona Sun Devils have come out hitting hard, which is what the Buffaloes' game plan was last night.
Arizona, they're big, they're fast, they're physical. I mean, this team doesn't have many obvious weaknesses.
No, but so look for the Buffaloes to maybe learn a couple things from them tonight.
Anders back in the face-off circle again, controlled by the Devils. Now one sent down along the boards to Salvato. He reverses it to Dora. Now Bauer. Anders tries to deliver a check. So does Bruce. Bruce, a hard hitter. Didn't get much on that one, and Anders can't control the pass. and the Buffs will just clear it. Here comes Gianni Mangoni. Flips it down to Cummings. Cummings takes a shot way up and out of play, and we'll have another face-off.
You got to imagine that Coach Nightenbach is hoping to match some Arizona State speed with some of his own speed. He's got some speedsters himself, namely Jake Bauer.
Bauer, Matt Anders, and John Nitchin, both incredibly fast guys too, and that was on display all last night.
Can't forget Polanchik either.
That will be John Nitchin in the face-off circle. Again controlled by the Devils. That's Chris Blessing. Now behind the net, Nightenbach going for it with a couple of Devils. That one, centering pass goes wide and is cleared by Maddie. That puck just went behind everyone. Hefter to Nightenbach, and Nightenbach will flip it ahead into the offensive zone for Colorado. Controlled by the Devils, and they'll just send it back. Nightenbach racing for it, and he'll be the first man there. Here comes Kirk Van Urkel, up to John Nitchin. Buffalo's on the attack for the first time. Nitchin's shot goes wide, and it's regrouped by Eric Ryvar. He had a hat trick the last time out for the Sun Devils last night against the Colorado State Rams. Buffs playing very deliberately early, and Hefter will just flip it ahead, and this will be another ice.
Arizona and Arizona State doing the CSU-CU flip-off. They're switching places each night, back-to-back nights too.
Yeah. Sun Devils here tonight and tomorrow. They played CSU last night. The Wildcats 2 games tonight and then tomorrow night against the Rams. Another defensive zone face-off for the Buffs. That one controlled by Hefter, and he'll send it down the boards. Rich Wigton there, and he'll clear it. Nitchin going for it in the neutral zone, but the Buffs will peel back for a change. Well, here come the Devils. That's Faiz Khan, and they turn it over. Polanchik will just send it down into the boards behind the net. Gruber going for it. Gruber had a beautiful backhanded goal last night. As Gruber in front of the net, he shot, he whiffed, and he went wide. Oh, he had an open net there, George Gruber. Now Coyne, he had a great game last night as well on the forecheck. The Buffs can't keep it on sides.
Yeah, George Gruber whiffed on that first attempt. He had a real clean shot, maybe clearer than the second attempt.
Now there's Hemby blocking it up, but he lost it after the check from Polanchik. But Patrick Udez will flip it back down the boards. Coyne will take a shot in the corner from Corey Chisholm. He'll try to deliver one back. As Andrew Bradford tries to clear. Buffs having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone early. Kardash dodges the check, fighting for it along the boards with Chisholm. Coyne in there as well, and Andrew Bradford. And it'll come clear, controlled by the Buffs. There's Coyne. Up to Wiggins. Wiggins loses it. Here's Fulton. He'll just flip it down and out of play. So we'll have another face-off.
Yeah, talking to Coach Nightenbach last night, he mentioned the solid play from number 22, Andrew Bradford, and he's been increasing his ice time slowly but surely over these games. If he keeps it up, he's going to keep seeing more and more ice time every game. He's been hustling and playing very aggressive. Bradford,
another young guy on this Buffs team that is full of it. They only have 2 seniors, Hurley Kane and Luke Nightenbach. They'll be celebrating them tomorrow night for their last home game of the season, as Matt Anders will get in the face-off circle with Kyle Bowen. And there is Anders, RJ Salvato, and he'll just slide it down the boards. Dora keeps it in the zone. He flips it down wide. Salvato goes for it. And Anders took a shot in the boards. Here comes Bauer and Salvato behind the net. Bauer looking for Dora behind him, and here come the Sun Devils with a 3-on-2. So they'll just flip it down in the boards. That shot goes wide. Anders takes a check into the boards, but he seems to be all right. And the Buffs will bring it back out. Here's Bauer. He's got Anders. He's got Salvato. Anders can't control the pass. He takes a shot. Bauer gets it out of the corner. That one goes back behind the net. And the Buffs will get back on D. Here comes Cummings. And the Sun Devils were offsides. That was Connor Maley went over the blue line a little too quickly. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Jake Bauer didn't look quite 100% on that take-up there for the offensive possession. Hopefully he'll pick up the slack.
Yeah, Bauer, usually a high-energy player, got a lot of speed. Not quite sure what happened there. That one just flipped down the boards, and Hefter will go for it. Here come the Buffs. That's Nitchin. He can't control it. Now he gets it ahead to Pierce Matty. Nitchin takes a shot from Chris Blessing, and the puck goes into the corner. Here comes David Norris. He can't control. Nitchin sends it back behind the net. Van Arkel back there, as is Jared Norris for the Sun Devils. Pierce Matty takes it away from David Norris, but then he loses it right back, and the Buffs have to regroup in the neutral zone. Hefter took a check after he flipped that one down, and the Buffs will make a change. That one flipped back down the boards. Rivard. Palumbo leaves it for Nightenbach. And Nightenbach, well, now he decides to take it out himself. He's got Nitchin. He can't hit him with the cross-ice pass, and that one's going to be covered up by Robert Levin for the Sun Devils. Robert Levin, an outstanding goalie for Arizona State. 1.83 goals against average, good for 5th in the country, a .931 save percentage.
It's a solid 30 points higher than Palumbo.
Yeah, Palumbo saves about 90% of his shots, allows 2.83 goals a game. So it'll be Gruber in the face-off circle. That one's controlled by the Devils, though. Well, there's Kardash, and he'll flip it back down, and that one's going to be left by the goalie Levin. Now here come the Devils. This is Koda Engbar, and he'll flip it down. That one's have to be covered up by Alex Palumbo. Neither goalie has really been tested so far, Matan. It's been a pretty lackadaisical offensive performance from both teams.
Yeah, each team appears to be trying to set the tone so far, and it's up to this point, it's definitely been Arizona State. They're getting the hits, and they're being the more aggressive team to this point.
They definitely are dominating time on attack, but they have not done anything with it so far. They control that face-off again, though. It's Kahn. Will take it behind the net. He tries to leave it back for Tommy Cooney. Cooney behind the net, going for it with Kardash. And now the Buffs take over. Here comes Kardash. He's got Hurley Kane ahead of him. He just flips it down into the corner, and that'll be an ice.
Hurley Kane, he had some big hits last night. Maybe he can start to pick up the slack.
Hurley Kane had a fantastic game. He got moved back to defense with the ejection of Nick Bruce. Scored only his second goal from the season on one of the hardest slap shots you'll ever see. Another defensive zone faceoff for Colorado. They have had a hard time getting out of their own zone. Again, the faceoff controlled, and the slap shot deflected wide and into the corner. Bradford will try to clear it, but he can't. That one sent back down behind the net. Here's Temby going for it in the corner, met by Kardash. Coyne has a man pinned up against the boards, but the Sun Devils control behind the net. Now back out at the point. That shot goes wide. Liam Norris can't hit either. And the Buffs will clear, but this one, again, will be an ice for Colorado.
The Buffaloes are doing everything they can to try to contain this offensive attack from the Sun Devils, but for the most part, it is sticking down in their defensive zone.
Well, what does Colorado have to do to not just clear the puck, but get it up there and get an attack out of it?
Turn up the aggression and get that offensive mindset going.
You'd like to see them actually walk the puck out of the zone themselves instead of just try to clear it and hope for the best on the icing face-off.
Is a timeout called?
Very early for a timeout. I don't know what this would be about.
It's a rare first period timeout. You don't see these a lot.
Yeah, usually you like to save those for when you really need them. I'm not sure which team called it either. But if you're Jeff Nightenbach, what would you be saying to the boys right now?
We're 7 minutes into this game, and clearly the fans can see that the Buffaloes can contain and compete with this Arizona State team. So hopefully he's just getting the blood pumping, trying to get them to get more aggressive. I keep reiterating that. And then they got to get it out of the zone and maybe try to get some offensive zone going on in the other zone, at the other end of the court.
No penalties so far, and that is one positive for the Buffs. They have struggled all year with dumb penalties. It cost them last night with the 2 goals they allowed on the major to Bruce. They also had 5-on-3 situations twice.
That was a killer. Hopefully no majors are going to be on tonight for the Buffs.
Colorado is a good penalty-killing team at 87%, but you don't like to see them have to rely on it. That one goes in front of the net. Deflected by Palumbo, and here come the Buffs. Matty walks it out of the zone. He's got Nitchin. Nitchin will leave it back for Matty. He takes a shot from Norris. And Van Arkel can't control, and the Devils will clear. Matt Hefter will go back and get it. Nightenbach against the boards. That one goes back down and back to Matt Hefter. Hefter's going to walk it up himself. He's a very good puck handler, and he'll just flip that one down. It's deflected off of Gianni Mangoni, and that one goes up and out of play. Face-off, it looks like we'll be in the offensive zone, a rare offensive zone face-off for the Buffaloes through these first 7.5 minutes.
Just keep working the puck. Sometimes all you need to do is just keep it in the offensive zone, maybe work a penalty, get a power play going, something to just get the offense started.
Anders again in the face-off circle. And he wins that one. Doric, slap shot deflected and pushed wide by Levin. Anders takes a shot right there in the corner. He goes down, he gets back up. Bauer fighting for it, and Anders. He sends it behind the net for Salvato. Now back to Anders. He's got Bauer. Bauer can't push it home. The puck is still loose in front of the net and then cleared back out the door. Another slap shot. Score! John Dora from the point, and the Buffs take the lead.
You gotta like what you see. When there's nothing else working for you, take a couple slap shots. You might get a deflection.
I'm not quite sure who deflected that one. I don't know who they will officially credit the goal to, but it initially left the stick of John Dora. It was loose in front of the net.
Bauer led the pack, so it might have been Bauer.
Well, we'll try to listen for the announcement, but 11 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the first period. The Buffs have a 1-0 lead. Now here come the Sun Devils right back, and they tie it in 15 seconds. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Wow.
The Colorado goal was credited to Jake Bauer.
That was Bauer, and John Dora got the assist. That Sun Devils goal will go to, I believe, Jordan Young. Or excuse me, that's Corey Chisholm, number 29. Who will get the goal, and just like that, we're tied up.
This is what the number 1 team in the country is supposed to do. When you're down in the hole, fight right back.
And Alex Palumbo was not expecting that. Sun Devils again control the face-off, and they send that one out of play. That was just a lightning quick attack there. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, some good puck work and a good last-second pass. Palumbo didn't have a chance on that one.
Well, now we'll have another face-off right at center ice. It'll be Nitchin this time, and Liam Norris. This one controlled by the Buffs. Hefter, DDD pass to Nightenbach, back to Hefter. That one deflected off the stick of Norris, and here comes David Norris. Cross-ice pass finds no one. Matty puts a shot on Rivard, excuse me. Now it gets walked back up into the neutral zone, but the Devils send it right back down. Buffs will get an ice, though. The first one committed by the Sun Devils tonight, and it'll be an offensive zone faceoff. It worked out pretty well for them last time.
It did. Each team has a goal now. Maybe the teams will start to settle into this game. We'll see who starts to take over the rest of the period.
Matt Anders back in the faceoff circle. Jake Bauer wins the race to that one. He'll send it to Coyne at the point. Coyne flips it down. That one's deflected. And here comes David Norris. He loses it to Kardash, and Kardash will flip it back down into the corner. Salvato a good hit on the forecheck, but he can't control the puck. And the Sun Devils will bring it up into the Colorado zone. Coyne will regroup behind the net, and he'll bring it up himself. Coyne had another excellent game last night. He'll walk it all the way up himself and take a shot that had no real chance of going in. A slap shot goes wide. And the puck goes loose into the corner. That was Bauer. Anders now going for it, trying to find a teammate to get the puck to. Now battling for it on the boards, lost and controlled by the Sun Devils. That's Tommy Cooney. Back to Cooney. Good shot, wide scoop. No, just missed. The Buffs got lucky there. Palumbo was out of position.
Off the post.
And here comes Bauer. Thought about the slap shot, thought better of it, and then sends it up and out of play.
Whew. Oh boy. Easily could be a 2-1 game right now for Arizona State.
That was about as easy a look as you'll get.
A good cross, another great offensive possession for Arizona State.
The puck just moves so well between their forwards.
You can see the chemistry there.
That faceoff controlled by Colorado. It's loose behind the net. There's Wiggins. To Bruce at the point. Bruce back to Wiggins, but that one goes loose into the corner. It's Bradford behind the net. He'll circle it around. Hit it to Wiggins. Back at the point. Slap shot gets blocked. And here comes Michael Cummings leading the rush for Arizona State. He'll just flip that down into the corner. Connor Maley will be the first one there. But he can't control, and the Buffs will bring it back up. That's Bradford, but he was the only one on the rush, and the Buffs will make a full change. Over halfway gone here in this first period at the University of Colorado Rec Center. A 1-1 game on goals from Jake Bauer and Corey Chisholm. Here comes Chisholm again. That shot goes wide. You can see the speed of these Arizona State Sun Devils on display. Good hit there by Gruber, and here comes Palanchek with a chance for the Buffs. Palanchek will just flip that down in the corner, and the first one there will be Kota Engbar. Engbar down the boards. That one controlled by Hefter. No offsides. But he just flips it down to no one. Engbar bringing it back up. He'll take it all the way and just send it wide. Nitchin coming up the other way. He has a lot of speed. He tries to handle around a man. He'll circle behind the net. He's got Maddie in front of it. Nitchin still controlling the puck. Now here's Maddie. That shot goes wide and is saved by Hefter. Hefter will flip that one down, and it has to be covered by Robert Levin.
And Nitchin had a beautiful, beautiful possession there. He really took it the full length of the rink there. Almost had a wraparound set up perfectly for him, but you like to see the aggressiveness out of the offense from the Buffs.
Nitchin and Matt Anders, both the newest additions to this team. They've only played 7 games each, but playing very well. Anders with 9 points, Nitchin with 8. Sun Devils will try to walk it out of their zone, though, but they can't. Maddie will flip it down the boards. But Arizona State will regroup. That's Troy Hoban, who will flip it up to Eric Rivard. And here come the Sun Devils. This is Norris. He has speed. They just whipped on the slap shot right there. Norris to Norris. The Buffs get lucky again. Here's Hefter. He's waiting for a teammate. Sun Devils swarming. Good forechecking team, Arizona State. I mean, what aren't they good at? That shot goes wide, saved by Palumbo. Hoban just flips it back down the boards, and it's loose in front of the net. Now here comes Salvato. He's got Pierce Maddie. Maddie tries to handle around the man. He got a 1-on-1. Shot goes just wide. Oh, what a chance there for Pierce Maddie. And the Sun Devils will bring it back up. They lose it, though. Coyne going for it. He takes a shot into the boards from Rivard, but he sends it all the way back down into the zone. There goes Cooney. He'll flip it down. Now Norris. That slap shot into the chest of Palumbo.
The chemistry in this Arizona State team is just remarkable. They are moving the puck from side to side of the rink with just such ease and such great speed. It's amazing to watch.
Seems like every time down here they create a great scoring chance for themselves. They've only been able to capitalize once so far, but they've had a wide open net several times as the Buffs control that face-off. Coyne flips it ahead to Matt Anders. He's got Wiggins. He's got Bauer. Bauer tries to handle around a man, and it just goes loose behind the net, sent back up down the boards. Here's Anders. Puts it in front of the net. Shot. No good. Saved by Levin. Another good chance for the Buffaloes. That was Eric Kardasher. Excuse me, that was Mick Bruce, who who got stopped there, and it'll be another offensive zone faceoff for Colorado.
And Anders with the dish. That's about the third time we've seen Anders posted up behind the net. He's had some good passes into the front of the net.
Faceoff out to Dora. He'll send it down the boards for Bradford. Kane goes for it behind the net. Takes a spill as he gets tied up there with Mangoni. And Bradford controls, but he loses the puck, and here come the Devils again. They're just so quick with transitioning from defense to offense. As Bowen sends that one back down the boards, but Bruce will clear for Colorado. And Mangoni will have to regroup in his own zone for Arizona State. Mangoni to Chris Blessing. And he'll just flip that one down. Dora will try to find Palanchik, but he can't hit it. That one just sent into the chest of Palumbo from the halfway down the rink by Blessing. And now they're going for it down against the boards. Well, here come the Buffs. That one sent wide, blocked by Manston, down in front of the net. And Hefter will just fire it down the boards. That's Palanchik. Palanchik will send it behind the net. It's collected there by Jared Morris. Morris loses it to Gruber. Gruber couldn't get anything out of it. Now Wigton and Gruber get tied up together. The Buffalo's offense just not looking very collected right now. Here's Nightenbach at the point. He'll just flip that one down. Gruber sends it to Wigton. But the Sun Devils defense is right on top of it. That slap shot from the point goes wide by Nightenbach. And the Sun Devils clear it. No icing that time. Nightenbach will go back and retrieve it as the Buffs forwards will go off for a change. You know, they got that early goal from Bauer off of the faceoff, but other than that, Matong, Colorado's offense has just not really been there.
No offensive zone whatsoever, Tommy.
And then Matt Anders takes it coast to coast and puts it right in the chest of Robert Levin. Speed of Anders on display there, and he creates another chance for his team.
He loves zooming up that left side. It's probably the second or third time we've seen that. You want everyone to be just as aggressive as Anders is being right now. You need to really pick up the aggressive offense.
Well, it took Colorado a little while to find that last night. It could be that they're just getting their legs under them as Mitchin wins the faceoff. That one sent wide by Van Arkel right off the faceoff, and Rivard will send it down the boards and clear. Coyne will regroup. Norris on the forecheck. And the Buffs still just trying to get it out of their own zone. Coyne will send it back down the boards, but Newmeyer is right there for Arizona State. There comes Coyne again, and this time he will manage to clear, but Newmeyer again controls it. He gets a D-to-D pass to Mangoni. Mangoni sends it up to Norris. Big hit there by Pierce Matty, but he gets the puck back. And here comes a chance for Colorado. He has Anders, but he can't find him with the cross-ice pass. One of the few transition opportunities Colorado has had thus far tonight. Couldn't make anything of it as we tick down inside of 4 minutes to go in the first period. Cummings had it in front of the net, but he lost it, and the Buffs get it back. There's Kardash. Now he lost it, but tapped down into the zone by Matt Anders. Anders will send it down the boards to Bauer. Back in front of the net is Anders, but he can't control. Dora with it now, but no teammates where he was going with that. And the Sun Devils just doing a good job of controlling the puck in every zone on the ice. They send that one down again. Here comes Cummings. He's going to try and do it himself. Now he pulls up in the face of the Colorado defense. And Colorado clears that one, but Arizona State again right there. That's Temby who will send it down into the Colorado zone. Palumbo goes way out of his net. He lost his footing, but he recovers in time. Scott Folden and Faiz Khan going for it. And it'll come loose and squirt down the boards. Cooney couldn't get there for Arizona State, so now the Buffs will clear. There's Connor Wiggins. As that one goes into the chest of Palumbo off the stick of Mark Barden.
If Andrew Wiggins played hockey, Tom, that would be quite a sight. I would be very, very excited to watch
You'll
that.
see too many 6'8" hockey players.
No, you do not. Get Zdeno Chara out here to get a couple slap shots.
Zdeno Chara might be the only one. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Sun Devils. They'll throw Engbar out of the circle. This will be Patrick Udez who will control it for Arizona State. He's fighting for it along the boards, and he squirts it down to his teammate. And that one gets sent way high, but it stays in play. Gruber fighting for it along with Cummings. Hefter will circle behind the net. He'll lose it. Buffs defense looking a little out of sorts right now as Engbar will send it behind the net for his teammate Chisholm.
Richard Wington might have just saved a goal right there.
That one again loose in front of the net and again cleared by Wigton. Good possession there for Rich. That one's stolen by Gruber. He'll send it up into the zone. That's Pierce Matty, but he's the only one there on the forecheck. Puck's still loose. Third out to Nitchin. And here come the Buffs. Van Arkel took a shot and he lost the puck. And now it's a 1-on-2. Buffs get back in time. And River can't do anything with it. Minute and a half to go here in the first. Buffs gave up a cheap goal about 15 seconds after they scored the one of their own. Since then, their defense has looked a little bit better, but this puck movement by Arizona State has just been unbelievable as Nitchin steals the puck. He tries to leave it for Matty, but Matty will just send it down the boards. Arizona State taking their time now. That goes up to Norris, and he'll just send it back down. Nitchin on the forecheck. He has been all over the place tonight, but the Sun Devils will again walk it up out of their own zone. That's Mangoni. He's still taking himself, and he fires that one into the chest of Palumbo. He lost it, but eventually gets back on top of it.
Palumbo's had a couple of shaky moments tonight, from slipping out of the goal zone to just fumbling a lot of pucks. But hopefully he'll shake off this rust and he'll be on his A game by the second period.
That one was loose in front of Palumbo for a couple tense seconds, but he was able to get the glove back on top of it. A defensive zone faceoff, another defensive zone faceoff for Colorado. That one controlled by the Sun Devils. That one sent in from the point and gloved by Palumbo.
There we go. No bobble that time, Palumbo.
40.3 seconds to go here in the first period. And all things considered, for Colorado, you've got to be happy with this being a tie game at this point.
If I were Coach Knightenbach, I would be pretty content, but let's grind out these last 35 seconds.
That one behind the net, that's Kyle Bowen. Just fighting for it along the boards. Bowen loses it, and here come the Buffs with a chance as we tick inside of half a minute to go in this period. It's Bauer. He'll pull up. He'll leave it. They're looking for Anders on that one, but they can't find him. He'll get pushed up against the boards. Gruber fighting for it down there, along with Anders and Troy Hoban for Arizona State. That one finally comes loose, controlled by Gruber. 10 seconds to go in the period. And Arizona State just trying to pin the puck against the boards and kill this period off. Well, it finally comes loose. That one sent in front of the net. No damage done, though, and that's how the first period will end. A tie game, 1-1. Jake Bauer opened the scoring for Colorado, and then 15 seconds later, Corey Chisholm tied the game for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, but on a bright note, Jake Bauer becomes the first player in Colorado to join the 30-point club. That's his 16th goal of the season.
Bauer leads the Buffaloes in points and goals and assists.
Jake Bauer is the man.
So are Matt Anders and John Nitchin. Nitchin was having an unbelievable game.
Yeah, you saw
the puck up himself.
You saw some strong play, a lot of aggressive play out of all of them. But more than anything, how the Buffaloes got that one goal, they just took a chance. They took a deep slap shot, maybe take a deflection. You see teams in the NHL sometimes do this when they really can't get their offense to work. And it worked for the Buffaloes, and they got to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, just fire it at the net and see what happens. Something good is bound to, but that's where we're at right now, a 1-1 game. We'll be back possibly with an interview with Jeff Knightenbach, head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. Maybe, maybe not.
We'll find out.
I'm Tommy Wood. He's Matan Helzel. You're watching Buffs Hockey on livestream.com. All right, welcome back to the University of Colorado Rec Center. I'm here with head coach of the Buffaloes, Jeff Knightenbach. And Jeff, you're in exactly the same position you were last time these two teams played, tied at one goal apiece after first.
Yeah, it's that's a good feeling coming in with the number one team in the country. We did everything we wanted to. We actually come out and score first, exactly the same as last time. And I think we gave up kind of a soft goal. We didn't get the puck deep where we should have, and now we're tied. That's all right. That's a good period.
That was a soft goal right off the face-off. But how do you think Palumbo's been doing so far?
Oh, he looks great back there. I think I think the shots are probably pretty even. It's a pretty even matched game. I know they're missing 6 guys, and that's gives us a chance to come in here and play with them. So it's a good test for the boys, and I think it's going all right so far.
Yeah, that goal from Bauer off the nice deflection by John Dora. But other than that, the offense is just been a little shaky out there.
Yeah, it's been all right there. We've been in their zone. We haven't been chasing them around too much in our zone, so I'm happy with the way our offense is working. We're in there. We're not generating too many great chances, but we're in their zone. And when we're in their zone, we're not in our zone getting scored on. So
no penalties so far, though.
Yeah, that's been a great job. That might change. We just had a little incident with one of our guys in the ref, and they never like to see that. Just gotta skate away.
Yeah, you don't like to have to depend on the penalty kill like you guys did last night. But
definitely, our penalty kill was struggling last night too. I don't want to do that. I'm happy with where we're at. The refs called a great period. There's nothing you can do about it. They did a great job.
So what are you going to do in the second to try and maybe generate a little more good scoring chances?
You know what? I think we just keep doing what we're doing. We're doing a good job with the pressure and try and generate a little more offense with off the rushes instead of trying to go through a guy, go around him and make the right part of the play.
Nitchin, though, has been all over the place, just taking the puck up himself.
Great,
he's so fast out there.
He's great. I matched those guys up with their number one line that they have. So those guys are doing a good job against their top dogs, shut them down, and they haven't done anything. So.
Yeah, a lot of speed out there tonight. Well, that's all with Coach Knightenbach. Coach, thanks.
Thanks, Tommy. Good job, bud.
Good luck. Welcome back to the University of Colorado Rec Center. We're about to start the second period here between the Buffaloes and the Sun Devils of Arizona State. A 1-1 game after a first period. Jake Bauer scored for Colorado, then just seconds later, Corey Chisholm tied it for the Sun Devils. Tommy Wood and Matan Helzel for you here on the call. And Matan, what decent first period by the Colorado Buffaloes, and Jeff Knightenbach said that too, but there's still a lot they can improve on. The offense, not much continuity. What do the Buffs have to do to get back in front?
Well, the thing that I noticed the most during that first period was the Buffaloes were just getting dominated on the boards. Arizona State was flat out controlling the boards on every spot of the ice. And I think the Buffaloes just have to be a little more aggressive. You talked about the Arizona State Sun Devils transitioning very quickly from offense to defense to offense. The Buffaloes need to start doing this as well. They've proven they can match up with this team, so now they just got to pick up the pace a little bit.
And you heard Coach Knightenbach say that they mixed up their first line a little bit to match up with the Sun Devil speed, and you saw that from John Nitchin. He was unbelievable in that first period.
Which I like. And look for John Nitchin to step up. Look for Jake Bauer to step up. We need those two guys and the rest of the Buffalo offense to really pick up the slack this period.
Bauer got that goal. It was off a strange deflection from a John Dora slap shot from the point. Dora got credited with the assist. Buffs got a lucky bounce last night, too, off the stick of Elliot Palanchik, where it hit the shaft of his stick and went in for a goal that gave them the lead for the first time in that game.
Sometimes when you beat the number one team in the country, you need to catch a couple breaks in every game.
Well, it will be Matt Anders and Patrick Hughes in the face-off circle as we start the second period of play. And again, the face-off controlled by the Devils. Chisholm along the boards, and they just flip that one down into the Colorado zone. Bruce will get it behind the net, flip it back up, but he can't clear. Bruce, Colorado's most physical defenseman, he is their hardest hitter, and you wondered if they would recover from his ejection last night, and they certainly did. Hurley Kane did an admirable job filling in for him.
After that ejection, you want to know why Hurley Kane filled in? Because Hurley Kane got mad, and he formed, if you would, a hurricane. And he really had a big hit before the Buffalo started scoring goals, and it pumped up the team. Let's see if we can get some hits tonight.
Buffs really haven't been laying the lumber out there tonight. Really, neither team has. As that one controlled by the Buffaloes, sent down the boards by Dora. As Palanchik, he goes back in front, and Bruce will clear it. No ice that time. He'll go into the corner. Newmeyer will win the race. And he clears that one out to his teammate Maley. Gruber will chase all the way down. No ice on that one. He'll pass it to Coyne. Coyne getting forechecked by Cummings. But Gruber will clear it out of the zone, and Newmeyer will have to go back to the Sun Devils. Down gets sent down the boards, controlled by Kardash, and he'll flip it behind the net. Newmeyer again. Gruber energetic on the forecheck. He had a great forechecking game last night as well. That one knocked away by Van Arkel, but the Sun Devils still get it into the Colorado zone. Still controlled by the Sun Devils, bringing it around the net. Here's Norris from the point. That one saved by Palumbo.
Good vision by Palumbo on that shot.
He saw that one through a lot of traffic. Put his chest right on it. Kardash now will pass it to Coyne. Coyne will clear it down into the corner, looking for Gruber, but that'll be an ice.
And again, the Buffaloes not really starting the period fast, not slow, but just nothing special, nothing to really pump up the team. And you really need to look for that, especially at the start of the period.
So this will be another defensive zone faceoff for Colorado. It'll be Liam Norris for the Sun Devils and George Gruber for the Buffs. Buffs haven't been doing great in the faceoff circle tonight, and they lose that one as well. That one from the point gets sent wide, and Pierce Maddie will be the first one to it. Still going for it along the boards. That one again controlled by Arizona State. You were right, Matan. They're just dominating the boards. Now, David Norris will send a soft one wide, but the Buffs still can't clear. That's Kardash, and he can't control it along the board. Still going for it with Liam Norris, and Norris will just poke it behind the net. Kardash going for it. Kardash has been all over the boards these past few minutes, and Van Arkel just slipped as he was trying to control that one. Gruber will go back for it. Gruber will control. He'll flip it right in front of the net. Norris's wrist shot goes wide, and that one's going to be covered up by Palumbo off the stick of Rivard.
One of the points that we made at the start of this game, Palumbo's play has to be 100 tonight, and despite that little mix-up down at the other end, the first period, he's actually been pretty solid tonight.
But another defensive zone face-off for Colorado. It'll be Udez. And I can't tell, I believe that's Scott Fulden. They toss him out of the circle, and now it's Andrew Bradford. Another face-off controlled by the Sun Devils. That one saved by Palumbo right off the face-off. The Buffaloes need to relieve the pressure off their goaltender. Temby will send that one back down the boards. And Coyne will fight for it. Coyne will send it back out in front of the net. And that one again will be covered by Palumbo.
This has now been about 2 minutes straight that's been in the Buffalo zone, so we need to get this puck out of here fast.
Arizona again dominating time on attack early in the period like they did in the first.
They're just pushing the Buffaloes around wherever they please. The Buffaloes just aren't standing up for themselves.
But as we saw, it only took one lucky bounce for the Buffs to get the goal they needed. Hefter will just lose that one off his stick, and Nightenbach will have to send it down the boards. That one's not going to be an icing. It was deflected, or excuse me, it will be. Referee late raising his hand. The Buffs still can't get it out of their zone.
Yep.
Now 3 minutes into the second period, and I'd say about 2.5 of it has been spent on defense for Colorado. Another face-off won by the Sun Devils. They are dominating in the circles, especially in the second period. Buffaloes come out with it, though, and Leitenbach will clear it, and here's a chance for the Buffs. There's Bauer. He's got Anders. He's got Salvato. And that one will get sent wide. Anders chases it behind the net, but it just goes loose into the corner. Cleared by Rivard. And here come the Sun Devils right back on the attack. That's Mangoni, but he loses it. Buffs can't do anything with it, though, and the Sun Devils regroup in their own zone. Newmeyer fires it ahead to River, but Bauer takes it away. It's a 2-on-2 for Colorado. He's got Anders. Bauer loses it. Norris controls it. And the Buffs again can't mount an attack. Bauer he was trying to find the cutting Anders right there, but Anders lost it off his stick, and the Buffs have to regroup all the way back in their own defensive zone.
Right idea by Bauer, though, on that play.
Bauer lost that one off his stick, and Sun Devils are right back at it. It's cleared back into the neutral zone. Newmeyer will just send it down the boards, almost hit the referee. Elliot Polanchik will hand it off to Matt Hefter. Nightenbach will fire it down off the stick of Anders. It'll go into the corner. Polanchik's the first one there. He gets pinned up against the boards by Chris Blessing.
That's a last name.
That one hit Dora on his skate. I don't think he saw it. And here goes, Gruber had a chance, but he just slipped and fell down.
Second or third time Gruber slipped up tonight.
Now here comes Wigton. He'll walk it across. Now Gruber pulls up. Tries to leave it for Wigton, but Wigton's pinned up against the boards. Now it shoots down, and Polanchik can't handle it. And this ASU defense has been on point. Dora puts the hit on Maley, but they still manage to clear the puck. Bruce will walk it up himself. He's going to take a shot that goes way wide and out of play, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Buffs with about 5 minutes gone here in the second period.
That play that just happened right in front of us, two good things. Finally, you see a hit from a big body, Johnny Dora, and then you see Bruce kind of hesitate, and the Buffs have been hesitating and then kind of turning their backs on the puck, but this time you saw some aggression. He went in for the shot, and now we got a face-off in the offensive zone.
That is only the second of this period for the Buffs. They scored their only goal off of an offensive zone face-off though in the first, and now they control that one. Dora send it off of the skate of Nitchin, and the Sun Devils will regroup. That one just gets fired down the boards. It gets deflected. Van Arkel tries to clear it, and he does. Bruce didn't see it, and the Sun Devils maintain possession. That one just fired down the boards. Palumbo will leave it behind his net. He needs to get back in front of his net. That one's sent wide, and Van Arkel takes a shot, and the Buffs ice it.
Yep, Tommy, last night we saw a lot of penalties. We are almost 6 minutes into the second period. There has not been one penalty tonight.
We have not seen a single penalty, and as Jeff Nightenbach said, he was happy about that. Buffs have been plagued by dumb penalties all season. They haven't drawn any from the Sun Devils, though.
This they could work on.
That'll be Nitchin, and they're trying to find a Sun Devil. I believe that's going to be Mark Barden facing off against Nitchin. That one's controlled by Colorado. It'll be sent down the boards, and Nitchin will race for it, but Mangoni gets there first. Nitchin leaves it for Maddie, and Nitchin was offsides.
And it was a slightly late call, and now you're going to see a little bit of arguing coming from Pierce Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie not happy about that one. It's the thing we talked about last night is the Buffs are not going to get the benefit of the doubt from these referees on many calls. It'll be Fulden who wins the faceoff, and Bradford will try to send it down the boards, but it's controlled by Newmeyer. D-to-D pass to Mangoni, and Mangoni fires it ahead to Kahn. Kahn will just send it down into the boards, and Coyne will send it to Kane. Hurley Kane pinned up against the boards. He can't really control his stick right now, and the puck is still stuck. Now it's finally loose, gets sent back down the boards. Oh, they wanted that slap shot from the point. Mangoni was wide open. He was calling for it. Now he gets it. Now he takes it, and he scores! Gianni Mangoni, a slap shot from the point. And the Sun Devils take a 2-1 lead.
Clean looking shot by Mangoni. That's his 6th on the season. Just continuous play in the offensive zone for Arizona State. And time again, if you keep it down there, something bad is bound to happen.
Well, he was wide open. He was calling for it. Didn't get it the first time. He kept asking, and his teammates found him, and that was too easy for Mangoni.
And this is a crucial time for the Buffaloes. Let's see how they respond in this situation.
Well, they respond by losing the faceoff and getting the puck dumped right back down. into their own zone. Now here comes Nightenbach. He'll try to take it up himself. He takes a hit from River, but the puck will go into the zone. It has to be covered up by Levin. So the Buffs will at least start this next sequence on the attack. Though how long they can stay there remains to be seen.
Just got to keep grinding, keep fighting, get aggressive, start to lay some hits along the boards.
We haven't really seen any hitting from Colorado except for maybe one by Dora. They can't control that face-off, and here come the Sun Devils right back at it. This is Norris. He'll take it up himself, flip it into the corner. Hefter will be the first one there. But Hefter can't control. That one goes right in front of that. Saved by Palumbo.
Unbelievable save there by Palumbo.
That looked like a goal for sure. Hefter will flip it all the way down. No ice. And Temby will have to regroup. Bauer kind of waiting there on the forecheck, not too aggressive. The Sun Devils get right back on the attack, though. Here comes Norris. That one goes in front of the net, and it has to be covered by Palumbo.
Hey, we got some shoving for the first time tonight.
Maybe we'll finally get a penalty, but this Colorado defense is making Alex Palumbo make too many saves.
Agreed. They're starting to look like the Colorado Avalanche, the way they started the NHL season. Just too many shots on these goalies. Colorado's got to ease the pain on Palumbo.
And this face-off will be Kyle Bowen against, I believe, Matt Anders.
Yep.
And Bowen will control it. Norris slap shot gets deflected. Again, covered by Palumbo, and we're right back where we started.
You know, in games like these, when you start to see the lead slip away, maybe just let some emotion factor into the game. Try to get the team fired up.
Bowen and Anders back in the circle. And that one again controlled by the Sun Devils. Norris takes another slap shot. That one gets deflected. And here comes Bauer. The Buffs have a chance now. He's got Salvato. He's got Anders trailing. Bauer leaves it for Bruce. Bruce fires. Score! Nick Bruce ties the game!
Unbelievable. An assist goes to Jake Bauer. He is just a point machine.
The second point of the game for Jake Bauer. Nick Bruce, not a scorer. That's just his third goal of the season. It's his 7th point.
And Bauer with his 31st.
Wow.
Despite Arizona State seeming to dominate the feel of this game, the Buffaloes are right here. It's 2-2.
That's maybe the best chance Colorado has had all game, and they just put it right home. And Levin, through slightly less than a period and a half, has already allowed more goals than his average.
And it started with Jake Bauer creating that play.
Now we're seeing some energy from Colorado as Kardash will hurry it up. He leaves it for Palanchik. Palanchik wants it. He's got Gruber. Palanchik fires it into the chest of Levin, and he'll let it for a face-off.
Palanchik, we all know, loves going to that left side, so he's got some speed. You'd love to see him get really aggressive.
And now we're starting to see some energy from Colorado. This will be Gruber in the circle with Patrick Udis, controlled by the Sun Devils, and now here they come on the attack. Coyne and Kardash trying to get back in time, and they do. Now it just gets dumped behind the net. Controlled by Coyne, off the skate of Gruber. That was dangerous there. But the Buffs get it out of their zone, gets sent right back in by Newmeyer. Palumbo again comes out of his net. He has been a little risky with that tonight. And Rich Wigton will fire it ahead. Good defensive play by Cooney to stop that pass, get his stick in the way. Buffs will have to regroup back in their zone. That one they're going to rule that it went out of play. Some good forechecking, though, by the Sun Devils to force Colorado to just kind of flip it and not walk it up themselves.
Yeah, and you're finally starting to see Eric Kardash getting some more touches. He played a great game last night, really a good puck work. You're hoping he can carry that into tonight a little bit, maybe start to deliver some hits.
This is Cooney and Folden in the circle. Now they're going to toss Cooney out, bring in Faiz Khan. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Another face-off won by the Sun Devils. That one still jumbled in the circle, and Bradford will try and send it down the boards. Recovered in the neutral zone by the Sun Devils. And they'll send that one down behind the net. Cooney takes a shot from Luke Nightenbach. And Matt Hefter will go for it with Mark Barden. Holden will bring it over himself. He gets it poked away, and now here's a one-on-one. Cooney shot wide. Flipped right back out down into the zone, though, by the Sun Devils. Nightenbach trying to clear. He's got Hefter back there, too. Hefter lost it for a second, but Hefter lost it again. But Nightenbach will walk it up himself.
Almost a terrible mistake by Fulton there. Thankfully, it did not cost the Buffaloes.
Sun Devils get it right back. Kahn will race it up himself. He fires. That one gets saved by the leg of Palumbo. Now here comes Bradford, but he lost it to Mangoni, who just came on for a new shift. Mangoni will take it up himself. He scored a few minutes ago, the slap shot from the point, but he loses it right back to John Nitchin, and Nitchin gives it back to Norris. That one goes just wide by John Norris on the backhand. And flipped down in front of the net, saved by Palumbo, and he'll get on top of it and cover it up.
How many Norris brothers do the Sun Devils have?
I'm wondering.
They have. I think it's just two. Okay, there's a Morris. There's two Norrises and there's a Morris.
And a Morris. That one gets sent up and out of play.
That's too much.
Speaking of too much, the Buffs are asking a lot of Alex Palumbo through a period and a half.
Some costly mistakes, though. Those possessions were not really Palumbo's fault.
Another face-off controlled by the Devils. Another slap shot goes wide. That one sent back down the boards. Glove down by Bruce. He'll just dump it into the zone. The Buffs weren't on sides there. It's back to Bruce. He just tied the game. He'll dump it down himself, but sends it right to Newmeyer. Here come the Sun Devils, and Norris was offsides there, so it'll be another neutral zone face-off. About 9.5 to go here in the second period.
Well, now officially more than halfway through this game, and yet no penalties. So it's been a somewhat clean game.
Shocked.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked as well. You'd think that there could be at least some bad blood between these two teams after an Arizona State overtime victory earlier this year, last year.
I'm not used to seeing this kind of discipline from Colorado, as Kardash will send it down into the corner and then get it back, glove it away, and then slip and fall. And the Buffs will have to regroup in the neutral zone. And Salvato takes a shot from Cummings. As that one gets flipped away, and that one almost went in off the glove of Levin. That was dangerous right there.
There had been a Colorado player on the net. This game might be 3-2.
Yeah, that was costly. Could have been a costly mistake by Levin, but doesn't amount to anything. Sun Devils right back on the attack, but here come the Buffs. Anders to Salvato. Salvato will take it across himself. He finds Kardash. Kardash's shot gets deflected wide. Shot into the chest of Levin from Bauer.
He always seems to be around a chance to score, but that was a good setup there by RJ Salvato. Almost a beautiful assist.
A couple of good looks there for the Buffs. They got Levin out of position. He's been good tonight. He hasn't been as sharp as he usually is. As Gruber controls that face-off, it gets sent high by Palanchik. And Engbar, he gets laid out by George Gruber, and that'll be a penalty.
Just when we thought we had the first big hit of the night from the Buffaloes.
I don't know about that call, Matan.
What? I'm not actually.
It's not a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty.
Wow.
It was offsides, apparently.
Regardless, the Sun Devils control the face-off. A crushing hit by George Gruber, who is not the biggest dude. Not the hardest hitter. Wigton can't control that one. But the Buffaloes still get it into the zone, but Blanchett can't handle it. And here comes Udis. He sends it way wide. Hoban fires it back in front of the net.
Gruber really starting to show some hustle. It's what you like to see.
And Gruber was all over the place on the forecheck last night. Buffs were very aggressive against Arizona, even in their shorthanded situations, as Hefter takes a spill, but he gets the puck back. He'll take it across himself. He's got Gruber. Hefter just fires that one way high. And it'll be controlled by the Sun Devils. Here comes Cooney. He's bringing it across himself. He takes it all the way, tries to handle around a mound. Shot goes just wide. And it's recovered by Newberry at the point. Poked away. Here goes Wiggins, but he couldn't get there in time. A good defensive play by, I believe that was Troy Hoban.
Jeez, that man is fast.
And the Sun Devils needed all of his speed right there. Newberry sends one at Palumbo from the red line. And Newberry sends it right back down into the Colorado zone.
Wiggins is really struggling with the transition game tonight. You'd like to see him pick up the pace a little bit.
Dora will send that one down. That one's deflected, so no ice. It'll be recovered by Mangoni behind the net. And he'll fire it up himself. That one goes off the stick of River Red. And goes back to Newberry. A turnover there in the neutral zone. That's Dora. He'll flip it down the boards. A chance here for Colorado as Dora puts a big hit into the boards. The puck is still loose over there, but it comes free, controlled by Arizona State. That one again, all the way down, no ice. Bruce will send it behind the net to Dora. Dora up to Maddie. Nitchin wasn't looking for that pass there, but now it's loose in front of the net, gathered by Bruce. He can't control, sends it behind. Maddie will be the first one there. Now Nitchin. Nitchin can't control. He leaves it. Gets it back, but gets it poked away along the boards. That one sent behind the net. Van Arkel going for it, but he can't get there in time. Nitchin sends it back down to Van Arkel. Van Arkel takes a spill. That one goes off the stick of Levin. And a costly turnover there for Eric Kardash. And here come the Sun Devils on the rush. That's Riv Red to the trailing Norris. Salvato in his way, and Norris can't make anything out of it. Now Hoban at the blue line. He gets knocked down by Salvato.
RJ Salvato getting angry.
Now that slap shot saved by Palumbo. And Van Arkel will bring it up. There's Kardash. He's got Salvato. He leaves it for him. Buffs almost offsides, and they were.
Yeah, you could see it. You never want to step in front of the person you're passing it to right before you cross your own blue line. That's obviously not going to end well.
That was really close. They went over at about the same time, but still offsides.
Regardless, you're starting to see some fight out of the Buffaloes. It's good to see.
That face-off goes down into the zone. A good hit there from Jake Bauer, who's not known for that. The puck loose in front of the net. Anders gets it in front, and it goes just wide. Oh!
That was very close to an own goal.
Another chance just misses for Colorado, and the Sun Devils manage to clear. And Hefter will have to regroup for Colorado. Hefter will send that one into the zone, but no Buffs there. The Sun Devils will get a chance to bring it up. And that'll be Chisholm, who just fires it down the boards. Chisholm has been all over the place. He scored the first goal of the night, and I mean, his speed, the speed of really this entire Arizona State team is just, it's been so apparent as Salvato takes a big hit into the ASU bench. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second period, a 2-2 game. We've had one goal from each team in each period. That one goes behind the net. Wigton can't get there in time, though. Wigton still fighting for it along the boards with Connor Maley. And that one's going to be controlled by the Sun Devils. They are controlling the boards. They are controlling the face-offs. They're controlling much of the game, but the Buffs are still in it. And Colorado's going to try and get it out of their zone quickly. Bruce took a shot into the boards there. And Wigton will leave it for Gruber. Gruber tries to handle around a man, but Bowen will send it right back down to Dora. Dora fires that one ahead, but right back to the Sun Devils. And Bruce will try to get there with Chisholm. That one's loose behind the boards. It's Wigton and Newberry. Wigton puts the check onto Newberry. Not too hard of a hit. And Polanchik sends it behind the net to Wigton. Wigton ahead to Polanchik. Here he goes. He's got Gruber trailing. Polanchik will circle behind the net. He'll leave it for Gruber. Gruber goes back behind the net. He can't control the puck. Now he has it. Tried to leave it for Bradford. And Bradford takes a man down. Can't come out with a puck, though, and the Sun Devils will walk it out. It's Mangoni again. He's going to take it as far as he can. Now he pulls up and just sends it down the boards. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period. That one goes just off the stick of Palumbo. Hurley Kane the first there, and he puts a hit into the boards as the puck goes up and out of play.
Big boy Hurley Kane looking to come into this game and deliver some hits. You're finally starting to see the Buffs put up some fight around the boards, because really up until the 10-minute mark in this period, Arizona State had just been dominating.
This is the second to last home game of Hurley Kane's Colorado career. Senior night tomorrow night.
Better believe he's going to make the most of it.
Well, he made the most of it last night as that slap shot from the point is saved by Palumbo. That good stop there as the Buffs clear. Levin comes out of his net to send it to Hoban. Norris will send it back down the boards, and Salvato will be the first one there. Salvato to Coyne. And back over to Pierce Maddie. Maddie tried to leave it for Nitchin. Nitchin can't control. Now it gets sent from the point. That hit Maddie. And now here he comes. Maddie's going to try and handle around a man. It's Hoban. He pulls up. He slips, loses his footing, and loses the puck. And here come the Sun Devils right back at it. That one's saved by Palumbo. He lost the rebound. That one gets sent from the point, deflected off of Kirk Van Arkel. It'll be Maddie walking it up, but he loses it to Hoban. Hoban will just flip it down. That's not going to be an ice. He was right at the red line.
You're starting to see Pierce Maddie and Coben are going at it a little bit right in front of a referee. Easily could have been a penalty called on each player.
Referees calling a very loose game tonight, but then again, there hasn't been a lot of chippiness for them to call. Salvato lost his footing there. The Buffs have been slipping quite a bit. You wonder if it's maybe something with their skates. That one gets sent down. That pass deflected by Bauer. A minute to go here in the second period. Tied at 2. Bauer leaves that one for Salvato, and Salvato will send it behind the net. That's Anders. He's got Nightenbach looking for the slap shot. That one gets deflected off the blocker of Levin.
Another close deflection almost went into the net.
Buffs on the attack like they were in the final minute of that last period. That could have been a high stick there from Newberry, not called.
Easily at Polanchik's head.
I don't know how you missed that. Less than half a minute to go here in the period, and the Sun Devils come out with it. They're doing a good job of pinning Colorado against the boards for extended periods of time, Matan.
They sure are.
And coming out with the puck when they're there. Bauer will handle it in the neutral zone. Less than 10 seconds to go. Bauer turns it over. Here comes Cooney. He fires it. Saved by Palumbo. Oh, a clutch save by Alex Palumbo as the period ticks down. It went out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the Colorado zone.
And this period, despite a couple of situations around the net, Palumbo has been on his A game, and he has been blocking everything that's been coming to him.
This face-off will be Bowen and Nitchin. Face-off again controlled by the Buffaloes, and they'll just clear that one as the period comes to an end. And we will start the third period in the exact same place we started the second period. A tie game, 2-2. Wow.
If you're Coach Nightenbach, are you happier after the end of this period than you are from the first?
I think you have to be after the way they responded from after the Mangoni goal. Coming back right down and getting one from Mick Bruce and a great transition opportunity.
I agree, and you're starting to see more aggression from your fast offensive players. If Arizona State is using speed to their advantage, the Buffaloes have to use their speed to their advantage. It's the only way that they can keep a fight in this game.
Yeah, these Sun Devils are so fast that Colorado's big guys can't really get a hit on them, but
you started to see some hits coming from the Buffalo defenders, which is good to see, and not getting completely dominated at the boards like the first period.
Yeah, I saw a massive hit from George Gruber there. I always like to see that from Grooves. Well, I'm Tommy Wood. He's Matan Helzel. We'll be back with an interview with assistant coach Andy Knightenbach. You're listening to Bucks Hockey on livestream.com.
Alrighty, checking in here at the second intermission with assistant coach Knightenbach. What were your thoughts on the overall second period?
You know what? We came out a little slow. They got a chance right off the bat there. Luckily, Palumbo's been standing on his head for us tonight. You know what? 2-2 after 2, playing the number 1 team in the country, I'll take that. Good.
The offense seemed a little slow in the first period, but they seemed to really be picking it up. You saw aggression from your speedsters in the second period. What did you like? Did you like the aggression?
Yeah, you're right. We did come out a little sluggish. You know, thankfully for us, they did too. But I think we've turned it up a little bit. You know, there's definitely, in a game like this, you don't know what to expect out of your guys. Just because it's not every day you get to play the number 1 team. There's a little butterflies going around in the room, and I don't know if it's nervousness as much as anticipation. You're really excited and anxious to get out there and give it your best, you know. But like I said, to be 2-2 with this team, we're starting to roll a little bit. I'll take that.
Definitely. And Palumbo obviously was not in goal last night against Arizona. You thought maybe there'd be a little rust in the first period. What has been your overall thoughts on him tonight?
Yeah, he's playing great. He does that day in, day out. He comes to practice. He competes during the games. He's in the zone. You know, you love to see that out of a guy. He's a competitor, and you know, the rest of the team feeds on that.
Absolutely. And who are you looking for to step up in this last period?
Geez, I think everyone's got to step up. You know, we win and we lose as a team. So if we don't all come to play, we're not going to escape with a win tonight.
All righty. Good luck, Coach, and we'll see you out there in the third period.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Rec Center here at the University of Colorado. We're 3.5 minutes away from starting the final period of play between the Buffaloes and the Arizona State Sun Devils, all tied up at 2. These Sun Devils, though, Matan, they're the defending ACHA national champions. They have been rolling. Last season, 38-2-0. Thus far this year, 29-3-1. And they're making the jump up to the NCAA D1 as their record shows. I mean, they've just been unbelievable. They got a $32 million donation to help build new facilities and help with that transition. So next year they will play a hybrid NCAA schedule with some other college teams around the U.S. and Canada. They'll play a full NCAA D1 schedule in 2016 as a conference independent, and then in 2017 they will join a major conference. Probably stick with the Pac-12, but not all Pac-12 teams have D1 hockey programs.
You know, you look at this process and you look at the team play on ice, and it makes sense because this team has chemistry. The coaching just appears to be phenomenal. The players are all in sync, and they look to be ready to become a Division I team. And this seems like a pretty easy process. So hopefully this process will come with ease, and they have just been dominating, and this whopping $32 million donation is obviously taking them places.
And under head coach Greg Powers, the reigning ACHA Coach of the Year, he is 147, 25, and 8 in his career at Arizona State. He has taken them to 2 Final Fours, and as we said, the championship last year. Now, Arizona State, they're a lock for the national playoffs. They're going to win the WCHL. We know that. Colorado, though, they're on the bubble. The win last night over Arizona helped their case a lot, but if you're unfamiliar with the ACHA playoffs, it's 20 teams. There are 7 automatic bids. John Carroll, who is hosting the tournament, gets an auto bid, and then the 6 major conferences in the ACHA also get an auto bid. So, as we said, we know Arizona State will get the WCHL bid, so now it's up to see if Colorado can get in as an at-large team. And that's where things get a little dicey, Matan.
Well, you know, it's not quite March yet, but I can feel this March madness, and I'm not talking basketball, I'm talking hockey. If a team is hot, regardless of the sport and regardless of the tournament that you're entering, if you're a bubble team and you're starting to pick up the steam and you're getting those good, credible wins, this team could be capable of anything. And right now, they're tied with the division leaders, 2-2 at the end of the third period. Could they give Arizona State their 4th loss of this entire season?
They could. A win tonight would surely put Colorado over the top and into the tournament. They say that to get in as an at-large team, you want to be right around the top 17 in the top 25 rankings. Colorado is 18th right now. They'll probably jump up after that win against Arizona, and they'll probably jump up regardless of what happens in these 2 games against Arizona State, because the ACHA ranking system is very convoluted, all computer-based. They factor in strength of schedule heavily, and the Buffs are lucky because they play in the WCHL, which is, as we said many times on this show, the SEC of the ACHA. But it's a really complicated system. They use 2 computer polls and they average them. One factors in goal differential, one factors in strength of schedule. Hence, the Buffs are 18th as they come back onto the ice for this final period. Matan, what do they have to do to get over the top in this one?
You know, the second period, they really started to increase their play and increase their aggression. And I think they can only go up from here. They got to keep trying to compete with the play at the boards, because Arizona has strong play there and all around, as you mentioned before. And transitioning from defense to offense, Arizona State has showed that they have perfected this. Colorado's starting to show some signs that they're really starting to get faster, keep the crisp passing, and really just put it all on the offensive end. They've been defending very well up to this point, and I'm not too concerned about their defense.
Colorado's only goal in the second period came in a transition opportunity off the stick of Mick Bruce from the feed from Jake Bauer. It'll be Matt Anders in the face-off circle for the Buffs, but the Sun Devils controlled again. They have dominated face-offs thus far. That one's just loose in the neutral zone. He'll get stopped by Bruce, and he'll send it down, but it squirts loose into the Arizona State zone. Temby with the D-to-D pass, now gets sent down the boards. Into the corner, behind the net. Bruce is there. Blessing is there.
Bruce laid a hit there.
Bruce is the hardest hitter on this team, and we've seen it, that sometimes teams will be afraid of his very presence. They'll pull up on their rushes, they'll just dump it down instead of challenging him, but here come the Buffs. Well, Kardash will just, that's RJ Salvato, he'll just dump it down as the Buffs go off for a change. Anders with the massive hit on Newberry. Oh, man!
Easily the biggest hit that we've seen all night. The Buffs are coming out as the aggressors here.
The Buffs have been the more physical team through the last 2 periods. They do have better size. They do have some better hitters. As Anders to Matty, he's got Van Arkel across ice, but he sends that one way out of play.
Yep, and what Arizona does have, they have speed. So the odds of Colorado just outrushing them and outrunning them, it's not very likely.
And Colorado has speed too, but other than Matt Hefter, they don't really have it on defense.
No, they don't.
And they don't have much in the face-off circle either. So Arizona State comes away with another one. That is Mangoni, who's just chilling behind his own net. Now he'll walk it up himself to Newberry. Newmeyer. Back to Newmeyer. Mangoni calling for the D-to-D pass, and now he'll try to take it up, but he loses it off his stick. Nitchin there on the forecheck, but now he'll lay off. The Buffs make a change. Rich Wigton onto the ice now for Colorado, as is Elliot Palanchik. Hefter and Nightenbach, the defenseman. Nightenbach will come all the way up for that. He'll send it down the boards, and Nightenbach takes a shot from Riverhead.
He was halfway in the Arizona State bench there.
Now he gets deflected off the stick of Cooney, so no ice. Cooney, the first one there. He sends that into the side of the net. Cross-ice pass, just missed Kahn in front of the net. And the Buffs got a lucky break as the puck goes all the way back into the ASU zone.
As this game has progressed, we've really started to see Kahn has an art to his game, and he pins players down and really gets in their heads.
And he was wide open with Palumbo out of position there, but they could not find him with the centering pass. That's Gruber down there in the corner. Gruber and Palanchik going for it. Gruber takes a little hit as Coyne sends one way wide. Oh! I can't see which Sun Devil that was, but he took a big hit there. I believe that was Fayez Khan. As Fulton slips as Bradford brings it across himself. Bradford loses it. and Cummings will just dump it down along the boards. Salvato, the first one there for Colorado. Luke Coyne gets it to Bradford. That one goes high up into the air and just dangerous bounce into the chest of Palumbo. And with 16:49 to go in the game, we'll have a face-off in the Colorado zone.
Yeah, that dangerous is exactly the word to describe it. You don't like when you see those high bouncing pucks with just enough time for an offensive player to get a touch on it right before the goalie does.
It'll be Kyle Bowen, and I can't tell which Buffalo. I believe Matt Anders. It is Anders, but again, Anders just getting dominated in the face-off circle as that one gets gloved away by Palumbo.
Palumbo, good sign. He is on his A game. As this game has progressed, he is just getting better and better.
That's been the thing with Alex Palumbo really throughout his entire career, even back to juniors. He gets better the more shots he faces, the more engaged he is in the game.
If you think about it, it makes sense. The more you see, the tighter you get.
Maley took a hit from two buffs there from Anders and Dora as the puck gets sent down behind the Colorado net. Dora will bring it up. He's got Salvato. Salvato just dumps it into the zone. No ice. Bauer will be there on the forecheck, but he can't get there in time. Chisholm will handle around Bauer. He'll lose it off his stick. Right to Mick Bruce, but Bruce can't control it. And Chisholm goes down. I thought they might call a trip there. We still haven't seen a penalty, penalty, Matan.
It could have easily been a penalty, but remarkable. We are almost at the 5-minute or at the 15-minute mark here in the third period. Still no penalties.
And it's unusual for any game, but especially a Colorado game. I mean, we did just a week ago against Colorado State. They had 8 power plays they had to kill off.
Coach Neidenbach has got to be very, very pleased with no penalties.
Easily the most disciplined game the Buffs have played thus far in the season. Not a disciplined play there, though, to ice the puck. And they'll be stuck with another face-off in their own zone.
You heard Coach Neidenbach over the interview during intermission. He was talking about how he thought maybe the first period struggles were due to some players being nervous, but this is Arizona State, and I think the players have now realized they can compete, and they will fight till the end.
Well, they skated with him through 2 1/4 periods today. They skated with him into overtime a few months ago. The Buffs finally control a face-off. That one gets sent down the boards by Hefter. And the Buffs will get it into the ASU zone. Mangoni will control. He'll send it ahead to Norris. That one goes off the stick of Norris and wide of the net. I think that will be an ice.
It is. It is indeed.
I thought that was deflected.
I guess the refs saw something else.
Oh, I'm sure the Buffs will take it either way. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Colorado.
It's been a rarity this game.
Buffs winning a faceoff has been even rarer, but they come out with this one. It's Nitchin, who has been all over the place tonight. He loses that one off his stick, though, and ASU will come back in transition. There's Norris. Ahead to River Red, back to Norris, but he lost it, and here comes Pierce Matty. He's got Van Arkel. And Van Arkel was offsides.
He knew it too. He put his stick up in the air and he really gave it away to the ref if he didn't saw it.
Costly mistake there by Kirk Van Arkel as the Buffaloes were just starting to mount an attack, and we've got another neutral ice faceoff. It'll be Gruber and Cooney. This one controlled by the Buffs, but ASU gets it right back. It's Barden who sends it down the boards. Now it's loose there in the corner. And it squirts down back to neutral ice. Blessing will just flip it way high. That will be out of play, and we'll get a neutral zone faceoff.
Something I realized in last night's Arizona game, it's a good thing we don't have the delay of game rule in this hockey league, because there would be penalties left and right.
All the time.
There are pucks in the net constantly.
That faceoff, Gruber goes down. That isn't going to draw a penalty either.
That was a flat-out blatant trip. I don't know how you can't call that.
That was like a wrestling takedown as Cooney takes a shot from Coyne. Coyne gives him a few shots while he's down too. And that's going to be another ice. Another defensive zone face-off for the Buffs. They have been under pressure here through the first 5.5 minutes of this period.
I like that the refs have let them play up to this point, but now that it's the third period, tensions are going to start to rise. They can't let this game get out of hand. I'm not saying call penalties, but they need to be sharp.
Well, it's a fine line. You want to let the players play, but you also have to establish control over the game and let them know that hits like the one Gruber just took won't be tolerated.
Absolutely.
Another rugby scrum down there on the boards. I can't see where the puck is right now. It's still down there. There's Gruber and Norris, and it finally comes loose with Salvato. Salvato just trying to get the puck out of the zone, and Coyne will flip it up. They've got Wigton. Wigton on the forecheck, but Newmeyer will get there first. Newmeyer tried to make the D-to-D pass to Mangoni. Mangoni wasn't there.
Worst possible time for a line change for the Buffs. They had a chance there.
One of their few. And the Sun Devils clear. Hefter will regroup. He'll pass it to Nightenbach. Nightenbach back to Hefter. Luke Nightenbach, the younger brother of Jeff and Andy. They have a fourth brother, Yari Nightenbach, who should join this team next year, as Norris sends that one wide into the corner.
Nightenbach trends will never end with this team.
I think they're grooving Eva to be general manager someday.
Oh, I thought we had a penalty there, and I think the ref decided to let it go.
He lowered his hand. You're right. He had his hand raised for a delayed penalty. So we are still without a power play more than 40 minutes in.
Unbelievable. It's been good hockey, though.
Yeah. Cummings sends that one back down the boards. Palumbo comes out of his net again. He needs to get back in there, and he does, just in time, as the puck gets loose behind the net. That one gets sent across the neutral ice. No ice. There's Nitchin. Oh, he just late. And Arizona State gets a good break. Here comes Cummings. He'll take it across himself. He sends that one wide. He had three Buffs in front of him. That one from the point gets deflected. And that shot gets gloved by Palumbo.
I have noticed as this game has progressed, Arizona State is getting much more impatient with their offense, and they're really not working the zone. They're really just firing away more shots. Maybe they're just trying to test Palumbo and just wear him down.
This Colorado defense, though, has tightened up since really they gave up that first soft goal in the first period. Anders back in the faceoff circle. He has not done well there tonight, but he wins that one. Dora will control. He'll send it down the boards to R.J. Salvato, but Salvato can't get there. Blessing had it in front of the net. Engbar goes down and gets back in front of the net, and that's saved by Palumbo. Oh man,
that could have been the one.
That was the chance for Engbar, but another clutch save by Alex Palumbo. He has played a very good game tonight.
Engbar was shaking his head after that play.
Yeah.
He knew he just missed out on a great opportunity.
Oh, he knew it. Anders back in the circle with Engbar. And that one controlled by the Sun Devils, sent way wide. And Salvato will chase it down. This is a chance for the Buffs. Salvato gets there. He gets taken down. Another no call. This is getting ridiculous now.
I saw the back judge that time raise his hand halfway, and then he put it back down.
Getting some noise from the ASU fans. It's about 50-50 here, CU versus Arizona State fans. No one has really made any noise up until this point.
Bauer just got a shot into the board.
I saw the judge again. He raised his hand up again, but then he just put it back down. I don't get what these refs are doing at this point.
Well, they're letting him play.
Oh, and Cody takes a shot from Coyne.
He lost his stick.
He lost his stick. He lost his bearings there, too. Uh-oh, here's a chance for Colorado, but Mangoni had it, but they were offsides. Another lucky break for Colorado.
Mangoni saw that goal the second that puck went in the air. He caught it, dropped it, but another player, I believe it was Rivard, was offsides.
This game getting tenser and tenser as we tick towards halfway gone in the third period. That faceoff controlled by Colorado. Nightenbach will send it down the boards to Pierce Maddie. Maddie trying to find Hefter. Hefter can't control. Buffs just need to get the puck out of their own zone. There's Riveret. It goes behind the net. Van Arkel, the first one there. He gets slammed into the boards. That one goes loose, goes off the skate of Anders. Palumbo needs to get in front of it, and the Devils score. Rivera gives them the lead. Palumbo lost the puck.
It was a defender's fault. He's standing right in front of the goal. I can't see his number.
And Palumbo having words there with Matt Hefter.
It was Matt Hefter.
Not happy with the way his defense left him vulnerable.
He had the puck and it just skipped off of his stick, and an Arizona player just found a goal right in his lap. Well, now we've got another crucial moment here in the game.
That is Eric Rivera. That is his 21st goal of the year, his 37th point, and here's a chance for the Devils right off the faceoff. It's Blessing again. Saved by Palumbo. He couldn't handle the rebound. The Buffs get another break in the form of the referee's whistle. Colorado needs an answer here.
In the past, the Buffaloes, when they're down one goal in the third period, they are known to step up their aggression and really give it their all.
They did it against Colorado State. They did it in the second period against Arizona last night. Can they do it now? They can't do anything with the puck on the boards like that, but Dora comes out with it. Dora tries to handle around Connor Maley, but he can't. Dora will bring it up himself now, flip it to Gruber, but that pass was behind Grubes. And Hoban will regroup for the Sun Devils.
And that line was dead in the water from the moment they walked on the ice.
That one gets dumped down. It'll be an ice. Maybe what Colorado needs is they'll get a face-off in the ASU zone. And the Buffs making a full change now.
Tommy, we are almost 50 minutes into this game, and there is no penalties called.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
You think there's going to be one called in these last 10 minutes?
I've never seen a hockey game without a penalty. There has to be.
There's going to be a penalty. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be something.
The Anders back in the circle with Kyle Bowen. Bauer, Salvato, Anders, Coyne, and Kardash on the ice for the Buffs. Another face-off controlled by the Sun Devils. That's Hoban. He and Anders both go down. Now it gets sent back into neutral ice where Coyne will regroup. He'll flip it ahead, but it gets chopped down by Bowen. Sun Devils looking for more. That's no ice. Palumbo out of his net again. Cummings has it in the corner. He puts a shot on Coyne. But here come the Buffs. Not a good outlet pass from Bauer. And that one gets saved by Palumbo, and he covers it up.
Second time in the past 3 minutes that the Buffaloes have just turned the puck over and they've put their goalie in a very vulnerable situation.
Defensive zone turnovers are killer, and the Buffs living very precariously right now with 9.5 minutes to go against the number one team in the country. Arizona State, their 4 losses this season have all come against top 10 teams. This would be a massive upset if Colorado can somehow tie it and pull it out. Not if they keep turning it over like that, though, as Colin can't handle it in front of the net. And that one, again, goes off the leg of Palumbo. Anders flips it up into neutral ice. He gets gloved down by Salvato. Thought he had Bauer. Salvato puts a hit on Jared Morris.
Why was Salvato looking to hit the player before he was even looking for the puck? The puck was within his reach.
And he had Bauer open on the other side of the ice.
Not a smart play by Salvato.
Wiggins puts a hit on Cooney. Then Wiggins goes down. Anders will walk it across himself, bounce it off the boards to Wiggins, and Wiggins will send it down into the corner. Big hit there along the boards by Hurley Kane. Nightenbach tried the slap shot, but it was easily blocked. And now here come the Devils. They could have had a transition chance, but they don't as they go off for a change. And that one goes off the stick of Wiggins as the Buffs try to attack. Gloved down by Kane. He and Nightenbach ran into each other. Not good spacing by the Buffs. And now it's a 2-on-1 for Arizona State. Nightenbach gets back in time and kills off that attack. Now here comes Colorado. It's Wiggins, and he'll just flip it down. He had really no one else on that attack.
The line change.
Hefter will go off. Thora back on, as is Mick Bruce. Van Arkel can't control, but John Nitchin gets it. Here he comes. He's got a lot of speed. He's going to try and take it himself. He gets it into the corner. And that goes nowhere, really, for John Nitchin. And the Buffs turn it over again. Here comes Norris, and he'll just flip it down into the corner. 7 3/4 minutes to play in the game. The Buffs need some sort of offense right now. Here comes Pierce Matty off the stick of Nitchin. And Van Arkel's pass just missed Matty. Just not crisp offense from Colorado.
These passes just keep missing by inches. And it is translating into mistake after mistake.
And the Buffs ice it there. So they'll be right back in their own zone where they have spent much of this period.
Now you're starting to see, ever since this goal, Arizona State is really using their speed to their advantage. They're playing conservatively, they're keeping the puck out of their zone, and they're doing whatever they can to get another goal.
And that edge that Colorado had in the second period is
It's gone.
Completely gone.
It's vanished.
That one goes behind the net, recovered by Nitchin. He flips it way up into neutral ice. Temby will recover for Arizona State. He flips it down past the stick of Engbar. No, oh, that will be an ice. Costly mistake by Engbar not being able to get his stick on that one, and it sends the puck all the way down to the other zone.
See if the Buffaloes can catch a break here. They haven't had too many offensive possessions these past 5 minutes or so.
Buffs make another big change. They're starting forward line back out on the ice now. Salvato, Anders, and Jake Bauer. It'll be Anders in the face-off circle. That one goes loose behind the net, down the boards. Salvato tried to leave it for Kardash, but now here's Bauer. Centering pass just past the stick. Anders, slap shot by Coyne, saved and covered up by Levin. Oh, Anders was wide open. He completely missed the puck.
He had it, and Levin had a nice save there. He covered that puck up real fast before a CU player could get a rebound.
If you're Matt Anders, why are you going for the slap shot so close to the net?
He probably saw that shot before that puck was going to him.
Anders will be back in the face-off circle, and again, he will lose. Hasn't been the best game for Matt Anders. His fellow newcomer, though, John Nitchin, has been on point. As that pass gets broken up by Coyne, and he slaps it into the corner. 6.5 minutes to go. Buffs trailed by a goal to the number 1 team in the country. That slap shot goes just wide. Here comes Anders. He finds Bauer. Bauer can't handle it, and it goes into the corner.
And Bauer, who has been the creator up to this point for the CU's offense, he can't find any space.
Hefter will walk it up himself, take a slap shot that gets deflected and out of play, so at least it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Colorado. We haven't seen much of Matt Hefter handling the puck himself. He likes to do that, and he's not bad.
Closing in on the 6-minute mark here. Still no penalties, and now the Buffaloes have to really start to press.
It'll be George Gruber in the face-off circle. He can't control that one. Just hasn't been the Buffs' night in the circle. Here come the Sun Devils again. Hefter will send that one across the ice. That one gets slapped just wide of the net. Whew.
Deflected by an Arizona State player at the last second.
Again trapped along the boards. Gruber fighting for it, and it gets sent to the other side of the ice. Nightenbach will make the D-to-D pass to Hefter. Cooney there on the forecheck as that pass goes off the stick of Gruber into the ASU zone. Wigton now on the forecheck against Temby. Buffs trying to put some pressure on, but it's just not there. A good rush for ASU. It goes off the stick of Barden, and they score.
It's an own goal. It's off of Gruber's skate. And this
own goal.
Whoa, this is a dagger for the Buffaloes.
That might be the nail in the coffin.
I'm not sure who that goal is going to be credited to, but bad things were happening on that possession regardless.
I think Mark Barden was the last Sun Devil to touch it. Deflected off the skate of George Gruber the 7th. And Colorado trails by 2.
That one hurts.
They do credit Barden with the goal.
And now you have to wonder, will this affect the goalie removal strategy? The Buffaloes were only a goal away, so they really need to score again if Palumbo's going to be
Another
clear.
defensive zone turnover. Glove save by Palumbo off the stick of Engbar.
A Varley-esque save there by Palumbo.
Well, I think if you're Colorado, you have to just focus on getting one goal back before you think about pulling Alex Palumbo.
Wherever that last little bit of energy is stored up, the Buffalo's got to dig deep right now and find where it is.
John Nitchin in the face-off circle. Maybe he has it. He has been using his speed well tonight. That one from Mangoni gets deflected wide. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. The Buffaloes trail by 2 here in the final frame. That one goes just wide.
Quick backhand.
Ooh. Now here comes Kirk Van Arkel. His pass can't find Nitchin though, and Newmeyer will send it right back into the Colorado zone, deflected off the stick of Engbar. Coyne will regroup for Colorado.
This is a line filled with speed.
Yeah. Salvato taking it up himself. Excuse me, that was Eric Kardash. That shot got deflected off the skate. The ASU defenseman. Kardash gets it back. He takes a slap shot. That one just high. Oh, he had Levin beat. And that one goes right in front of Levin. He almost let it slip, but he gets on it just in time.
It was slightly deflected. That went off of a skate, and it almost went through the goalie's legs.
4:11 to go in the game. Colorado needed that. They have an offensive zone faceoff, but I'm not sure how much good it'll do them because they haven't been able to do anything in the faceoff circles tonight. And again, they lose that one. It goes behind the net. Norris will fire it ahead.
I don't know if they want to face off this period, Tommy.
I can't remember them doing one. It's unbelievable, Matan. Sun Devils right back into the Colorado zone. That slap shot way high off the stick of Norris. Another scrum along the boards. Bauer is there. Coyne is there. Neither of them can get it. It squirts loose, controlled by Norris. They're owning the board. Slap shot by Temby goes off the leg of Bauer. 3.5 minutes to go. That one's saved by Palumbo.
And this is just Arizona State taking over the game right now. In control.
Well, now Salvato's going to take it across. He's got Anders. He leaves it for Bauer. Bauer handles around a man. His backhander, no real chance on that one. And the Sun Devils clear. No ice. Palumbo is pissed that he's not getting an ice. He shouted something at the ref. Hefter will fire it back down. Gets deflected off the stick of Bauer.
You think Coach pulls the goalie here with a 2-goal deficit?
We're right at 3 minutes to go. I still think you leave Palumbo in there.
I do
with
too.
3 minutes left.
I do too. It would have to be beyond a bold move to take him out in this situation.
You would have to be Patrick Waugh to take him out in this situation.
That own goal really was a dagger, though. If this was a 1-goal game, Palumbo might not be standing in that net right now.
That's how quickly things can change in hockey. John Nitchin in the face-off circle. Again, the Buffaloes lose. Nitchin, though, sends it down the boards past Van Arkel. Matty chasing it into the corner. He can't get there. Nightenbach fighting for it with Maley. Still a scrum. 3 buffs there. 2 Sun Devils. Matty there. Finally comes out to Nitchin. Here's Hefter. D-to-D pass to Nightenbach. Nightenbach to Matty. Matty can't control. Cross-ice pass to Hefter. Hefter slap shot saved by Levin. Back behind the net. Oh! Nitchin just whiffed on that. And the Sun Devils clear. Hefter gets it back to Van Arkel. 2:15 to go in this game. The Buffalo's getting desperate now. Nitchin trying to do it all himself. And he gets checked into the boards.
Literally a 5 on Nitchin.
That one's sent down by Scott Fulden, but no one there as the Buffs make a change. Dora can't control it. Fulden can't control it. Cooney gets tripped by Gruber. They don't call that either. Cooney gets leveled by Gruber. No ice as that one goes down into the ASU zone as we take inside 2 minutes to play in this game. Here comes Dora. His slap shot. Oh, just wide. Controlled by Palanchik. He sends it down the boards. No buffs there, though. Gruber fighting for it along with Bruce. The Sun Devils come out on top. Another uncalled trip there. as Gruber makes the cross-ice pass to Bruce, but Mick can't control it. Gruber behind the net, 1:15 to go. Dora from the point, he sends that one in, it gets deflected. Puck is just loose there at the point, and now we've got a one-on-one for ASU. Bruce getting back. Shot way wide off the stick of Barden as we have exactly a minute to go. Salvato takes it up himself. He loses it. Now Udas sends it ahead past Engbar into this Colorado zone. Chisholm takes a check from Coyne. Engbar is there with the puck. 40 seconds to go in this game. That one off the skate of Bauer. Anders will walk it up. He can't hit Salvato. There's Bauer trying to handle around a man. He does. 30 seconds to go. That one gets cleared. Well, Coyne at the point. His slap shot saved by Levin. 15 seconds left in this game. Here come the Sun Devils for one last attack. They fire it down the boards. Coyne is there. 10 seconds left. And that's how this one will end. 4-2 is your final here at the University of Colorado Rec Center. The Buffs hung tough with the #1 Arizona State Sun Devils for 2 periods, but in the end, the talent of the best team in the country won out.
Yeah, regardless of that own goal towards the end of the game, despite that being the dagger, you really saw the last 5 minutes. Arizona State, they played Arizona State hockey. They took control of the game. It was good, clean, crisp passing, good hockey. They just took control.
Colorado did a great job of taking ASU out of their game, really for the second half of the first and all of the second period, but as it got to be closing time, the Sun Devils were just too much. A valiant effort for Colorado, but for the second time this year, they've fallen to the top team in the land.
Well, if it goes to show for those computers who are getting those standings going, this was not a blowout by any means, and the score really should be 3-2. They fought hard. This was a close game, and they showed that they can compete with this team. So maybe tomorrow night they come back out here, and we'll see if a difference is made and if they can grab a W and split this 2-game matchup.
These teams will play a rematch tomorrow night. The Buffs fall to 12-13-2 on the season. The Sun Devils pick up their 30th win of the year. They are now 33-1, and they are well on their way to another national title. As we see Jeff and Andy Nightenbach shaking hands with the referees out there. There was not a single penalty tonight, Matan.
Yeah, that was a huge part of this game, and we saw multiple moments in the last 2 minutes. There were trips on the Buffaloes that could have easily been called, and there were trips on the opposite end too throughout the third period. Calls that could have been called throughout the game. The referees they hesitated. Their arms were half raised. They were fully raised. They went back down.
There were bad missed calls that could have gone against either team. Palanchik is having words with the referee down there. I really don't think either team will be satisfied with the job the refs did.
No.
Just very unsatisfactory.
But regardless, even though there were no calls called, Coach Nightenbach has to be very satisfied with that performance. And like you said, a very mature, very well-played game by the Buffaloes. They just couldn't quite grind it out enough in the end.
That defensive speed of Arizona State, too much to overcome.
Yep. On a good note, though, Jake Bauer joining the 30-point club. He had a goal and an assist on the night. That's
31 now for Jake, the first Buff this season to climb above 30 points. Matan, your final thoughts on this one?
They competed, and I'm going to be anxious to see what the outcome of tomorrow night's game will be, and I will be doing my best to listen to this game.
Well, we will be right back right here tomorrow night at 7:30, a rematch between the Buffs and the Sun Devils. Your final tonight, though, Arizona State 4, Colorado 2. You've been watching Buffs hockey on livestream.com. I'm Tommy Wood. He's Matan Helzel. Thanks for watching.